What is the true picture of Yaakov Avinu? First of all, Yaakov Avinu was 84 years old. So not necessarily was he walking around with these incredible muscles. Yaakov Avinu was 84, and not only was he 84, he just came from 14 years of learning in Shema Nevel. Chazal say, Torah metisha koicha shel adam. Torah weakens a person. So really, he shouldn't have had any strength. In fact, Rav Schwab Zichron Levrach says, I don't understand. How is it possible that Chazal say he came and he was able to lift off the cover off the well more than anyone else when he was supposed to be the weakest person? And Rav Schwab says a beautiful idea, which connects to the Tashuv Rebbe's Yesod. The foundation that the Tashuv is explaining to us is that really when a person looks at the physical world, it remembers that really there's a spiritual inner core to it, then everything physical, all the limitations are lifted. And therefore, someone even like Yaakov Avinu, yes, he didn't have the physical strength, because Torah weakens it, but there's a lamala min hateva strength, there's the heavenly strength, and that trumps any strength in this world, any physical strength. Yaakov Avinu, as we pointed out, came, and he met Rachel. It says in the pasuk he gave her a kiss. So one of the Mefarshim say, Yaakov is allowed to just kiss someone, even if it's a family member. Somehow it's a distant family, but that's it. You could give her a kiss. And there's many different explanations. Some explain it based on the Gemara Maseches Ksuvas, where Rav Acha took a kala and lifted her on the shoulders and said she's like a beam, meaning to say that there was no yitzhahar, there was no hichum, there was no thoughts that was improper. But of course, the poskim say today no one could claim that. But there's another explanation. In fact, someone stopped me and told me a very cute explanation. First, I'll tell you the cute explanation. Someone told me, he said, if you look, it says, Vayishaki Yaakov le Rachel. Doesn't say Vayishaki Yaakov et Rachel. Le Rachel implies two. He said maybe he just blew her a kiss. A very cute shot. But I'll tell you what the Tashuv Rebbe says. And the Mefarshim and the Malbim says. It says, and it connects to another pasuk. Yaakov Avinu, it says that he loved Rachel. And because he loved her, the 7 years passed easily. It was like a few days when he loved her. So everyone asks, what do you mean? When you're in love, you can't wait. Look at a chassan and kala. They go crazy when there's a few more days, when there's weeks left before the wedding. It's so difficult. What does that mean? It says, he loved her. He didn't love himself. It wasn't about himself. It was about how am I going to be able to love another human being, to be able to connect and be closer to the Rabbi Shalom, and be elevate this experience and make it spiritual. The Tashuv Rebbe says, every one of us can look at our physical things throughout the day and make it meaningful and spiritual. Simple things. Going to sleep. I'm going to sleep in order to be stronger. I'm going to sleep to be in a better mood. I told a person today on Shabbos that you are such a better person when you take a Shabbos nap. It's worth it. It's such a mitzvah when you can speak to your wife better and you can speak to your kids better. A person goes to sleep. I'm doing it in order to be a better Oved Hashem. A person eats. I was sitting Friday night with my son Yoina, and I made a bracha on a drink, I think it was. So my son, in his most innocent way, said, Abba, why do you do these kavanas? What's this kavana all about? So I told him, I'm going to tell you a deep pshat this Friday night. And I told him, I said, when you make a bracha with kavana, there are neshamas, there are souls that are large, that are in this food. And when you make a bracha with kavana, you elevate them, and they're able to go to Gan Eden. And of course, he gave me the most interesting face. He goes, Abba, I wish I would have had that picture of that face of a 10-year-old. What are you talking about, Abba? Now, sometimes you don't have to tell kids about Neshamas and Genem and Gan Eden. But this was something simple. I wouldn't say simple, but meaningful even for a 10-year-old. Because really every one of us, even though we don't have to be Kabbalists, we don't have to hold in Kabbalah, but we have to know, even if we don't see, that there are neshamas. That's what Arizal says, and all the Ben Ish Chai, they all say, Kaf HaChaim brings us down Hilchos Brachas. When we make a bracha, we're doing a chesed for neshamas, and Chas Shalom, when we make a bracha, and we're not having kavanah, the neshamas go down to Gehenna, and they're not very happy. A chance to turn our physical day into a spiritual day. Easiest is eating. When you make a bracha, think to yourself, I'm doing chesed for neshamas. Have an amazing week.